Have you ever wondered why some people seem to move effortlessly through life, while others face endless obstacles? It's neither luck nor coincidence. The truth, often overlooked, is that invisible forces govern our lives, working relentlessly whether we are aware of them or not. These are the 12 universal principles, and understanding how they operate can profoundly transform the way you perceive both the world and yourself. Many believe life is a series of random events. But what if I told you that every step you take, every thought you harbor, is shaping your reality? The key to unlocking this power lies right before you. You simply need to learn how to use it. And here's an opportunity recognized by few. Mastering these principles is like learning the rules of a cosmic game that we all play. Yet only those who understand the rules truly triumph. The law of divine oneness invites us to view life through a deeper lens, where everything is intricately woven together, forming a vast cosmic web. Every being, thought, or action is interconnected with the whole, like threads in a tapestry. This interconnection may seem abstract at first, but imagine how a single drop of water, falling into a still lake, creates ripples that spread across the surface, touching every small particle in its path. In the same way, our actions, no matter how small, resonate far beyond ourselves. The sense of separation we often feel is, in truth, an illusion. Believing that we are isolated from the world, from others, and from the energies around us is akin to wandering through a labyrinth, convinced that each path is solitary. Yet, when we shift this perception, we realize that our daily choices, whether words spoken to a friend or even internal thoughts, have a direct impact on the collective. Imagine how a simple smile can brighten someone's day, influencing a chain of interactions. The law of divine oneness constantly reminds us of our invisible influence. It's intriguing to consider that, if everything is interconnected, we are never truly alone. Every aspect of creation, from the wind rustling through the trees to the thoughts we hold in our minds, forms this universal tapestry. Our personal experiences may seem isolated, yet they are truly parts of something far greater. When we embrace this principle, we begin to act with greater awareness, recognizing that our choices not only shape our personal reality, but ripple out to affect the world at large. The law of vibration unveils a profound truth. Everything in the universe, without exception, is in constant motion, emitting its own unique frequency. From inanimate objects to our thoughts and emotions, all vibrates at its own distinct rhythm. Consider a piece of music you love. It holds a specific vibration that resonates with something deep within you. Similarly, our emotions and intentions send out waves that attract corresponding vibrations, shaping the reality around us. This is why the phrase, "like attracts like," carries so much weight in this context. Have you ever noticed how, when you're in a good mood, everything seems to flow more smoothly? That is no coincidence. The energy you project acts as a magnet, drawing in situations and people vibrating on the same frequency. A practical example is the practice of daily gratitude. By consciously focusing on things to be grateful for, you begin to attract more reasons to feel gratitude. This happens because your frequency aligns with positive experiences. The law of compensation teaches us that the universe seeks balance, and everything we do generates a proportional response. This means that every effort or deed, whether positive or negative, will yield a corresponding return. Think of it as a system of cosmic justice, where every contribution is met with a reward. If you sow generosity, patience, and hard work, the universe will return these values in various forms. This law encourages us to remain consistent in our actions, trusting that while the reward may not be immediate, it is inevitable. Often, the compensation we receive may seem distant or invisible in the present. However, it is crucial to trust the process, much like a farmer who plants seeds and waits for the right season to harvest. A practical example is the development of a career. You may be investing long hours, acquiring knowledge, and putting in effort now, and recognition may feel delayed, but it will come. The universe's justice operates beyond our immediate timeline, and every dedicated effort yields a proportional return. Trusting in the law of compensation teaches us to have faith during times when results appear to be slow. When we are committed to living a life of positive actions, we must believe that the rewards will manifest. It's like a cycle of energy that constantly circulates, always seeking equilibrium. Our role is to ensure that we continue planting good seeds, knowing that the harvest will arrive at the right moment, often in unexpected ways. This principle reminds us of the importance of patience and persistence. The law of attraction reveals that we are like magnets, drawing into our lives that which we emit. If we vibrate at frequencies of gratitude, optimism, and love, then that is what we will receive in return. Conversely, negative thoughts and limiting beliefs attract more of the same, perpetuating undesired cycles. Imagine your mind as a radio transmitter. If you tune into a positive frequency, that is the music you will hear. The essential question is, on what frequency are you broadcasting your energy? To apply the law of attraction practically, the first step is to pay attention to the most frequent thoughts and emotions you experience. If you want to attract more prosperity, for example, ask yourself, do I feel worthy of abundance? Often, what we desire is misaligned with what we believe or feel deep inside. A helpful exercise is to write down positive affirmations and visualize them daily, aligning your thoughts with the outcomes you wish to attract. The beauty of this law is that it grants us control over our experiences without needing to force results. By focusing on thoughts and feelings that elevate your vibration, you begin to notice subtle shifts in what you attract. This doesn't mean challenges will cease to exist, but rather that your response to them will be more aligned with the positivity you wish to manifest. We attract what we are, not merely what we want, and this realization can transform how we approach every facet of life. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy teaches us that energy in the universe is never static. It is in constant transformation. What may appear as an obstacle today can, with time and the right action, evolve into an opportunity. Just as water can shift from solid to liquid and then to gas, our experiences can also be transmuted. Think of a difficult situation you've been through. Now reflect on how, in some way, it fostered growth or learning. The energy of that moment transformed into something new. This principle offers us a powerful tool: the ability to change our reality by altering the energy we emit. If you find yourself stuck in a cycle of negative thoughts, know that you can transmute that energy. Practices such as meditation, physical exercise, or even a simple change of environment can act as catalysts for this transformation. What once seemed unchangeable can be reshaped through your decision to redirect the energy, creating new experiences more aligned with your desires. By applying the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, we understand that we are not at the mercy of circumstances. We hold the power to transform any situation through conscious choices. This places us in the role of co-creators of our lives. A practical example is changing your approach to a professional challenge. Instead of viewing it as a burden, you can choose to see it as an opportunity for growth and learning. By shifting your perception, you change the energy involved, and consequently, the outcome. The law of relativity shows us that everything in life is relative, depending on how we perceive it and what we compare it to. Nothing is inherently good or bad. It is we who assign value based on our experiences and perspectives. A clear example of this is how a situation that seems challenging to one person might appear simple to another. Picture someone climbing a mountain. For someone who has never done it before, it might seem like an enormous obstacle. But for an experienced climber, it's just another day of training. This law also reminds us of the importance of avoiding comparisons. Each person is on a unique journey, and what seems like a significant problem to one may be irrelevant to another. When we stop comparing ourselves to others and focus on our own experiences, we realize that the challenges we face are relative only to our personal story. If you're going through a difficult time, think of how much you've already overcome. It's a reminder that, more often than not, we are far more capable than we believe. The law of relativity teaches us to view challenges from a new perspective. By understanding that all experiences are relative to the viewpoint we adopt, we gain the freedom to shift how we see situations. A problem that once seemed insurmountable can be re-evaluated when compared to the difficulties we've already overcome. This gives us strength and confidence to move forward, knowing that everything depends on how we choose to perceive life. The law of polarity teaches us that everything in the universe has its opposite, and these opposites coexist in perfect harmony. Light and darkness, heat and cold, success and failure. These are all two sides of the same coin, and one cannot exist without the other. Understanding this law brings clarity to the adversities we face. Failure, for instance, is not the end but merely the other side of success. Just as we cannot fully appreciate light without knowing darkness, our difficult moments enhance the value of our achievements. When we learn to embrace the duality of life, we begin to see challenges from a new perspective. For example, if you're going through a period of uncertainty, the law of polarity reminds you that this is just a temporary stage. Just as day follows night, difficult times are inevitably followed by moments of clarity and growth. The key is in finding balance and realizing that each extreme holds value, shaping and strengthening us to better navigate adversity. This law also emphasizes the importance of adaptability. Rather than resisting opposites, we can embrace them and learn from them. In doing so, we become more resilient and capable of handling the different phases of life. If you're going through a stressful period, for instance, try to see what lessons this moment is offering. Perhaps it's preparing you for something better on the horizon. The coexistence of opposites guides us, showing that extremes balance each other and, together, create a unified whole. The law of rhythm teaches us that everything in life follows cycles, just as the tides rise and fall. Our highs and lows are part of a natural and inevitable flow, much like the changing seasons. Just as we cannot rush the arrival of spring, we cannot control the cycles of growth and introspection in life. When we understand this law, we begin to accept that each phase has its purpose, and that the periods of low are simply preparations for the next surge of growth. This law is particularly valuable when we encounter moments of difficulty or stagnation. Instead of fighting against the natural flow of things, we can learn to ride the wave, knowing that the next cycle will arrive. Think of an athlete who, after a season of intense training, requires a period of recovery. That rest is essential for them to come back even stronger. Similarly, in our own lives, we must accept periods of pause and introspection as part of the process. The law of rhythm teaches us the art of fluidity, the ability to accept life's highs and lows with wisdom and patience. Understanding that challenges are inevitably followed by moments of triumph empowers us to persevere. Instead of resisting the cycles, we can adapt and recognize that everything has its rightful time to unfold. By embracing the rhythm of life, we begin to align with the natural flow of the universe, allowing each phase, whether one of growth or pause, to prepare us for what lies ahead. The law of gender reveals that all aspects of creation are governed by both masculine and feminine energies, which are not tied to biological gender, but rather to the principles of action and creation. Masculine energy is associated with logic, assertiveness, and initiative, while feminine energy embodies intuition, nurturing, and receptivity. These two polarities coexist within each of us, and balancing them is key to achieving full development. It's like a dancer who needs both technique and sensitivity to masterfully express their art. Understanding and harmonizing these energies helps us navigate life with greater balance. In moments that call for decisive action, such as a career shift, we can tap into our masculine energy, which provides focus and determination. In other situations, like when we need introspection or empathy in a difficult conversation, feminine energy becomes essential. For example, when faced with a complex problem, we can use logic to structure a solution, masculine energy, while also tuning into our intuition to guide more nuanced decisions, feminine energy. The law of gender invites us to integrate these energies, for in harmonizing them, we achieve a more balanced and meaningful life. It's not about choosing one over the other, but knowing when to draw upon each. Masculine energy represents action, movement, and logic, while feminine energy embodies creation, intuition, and nurturing. Both forces reside within all of us, and their balance is vital for personal growth. Consider an artist who, in the process of creating a masterpiece, blends inspiration, feminine energy, with technical execution, masculine energy. One cannot exist without the other. Finding the balance between these energies is crucial for achieving harmony in our lives. If someone focuses solely on action, neglecting their intuition, they may end up burned out. Conversely, prioritizing creativity without putting ideas into action leads to frustration. A practical example is found in the business world. A successful entrepreneur knows how to balance creative vision with strategic execution. In this way, both intuition and logic work in synergy, paving the way for success. The law of gender encourages us to integrate these two energies in all that we do, allowing us to be more complete in our actions and decisions. It's important to remember that neither energy dominates the other. Both are equally necessary. By embracing this duality, we begin to cultivate a more holistic approach to life, letting both logical reasoning and intuition flow naturally. In doing so, we align ourselves more closely with universal balance, which is the key to personal and spiritual evolution. Now that you are familiar with the 12 universal principles, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you continue living on autopilot? Or are you ready to take control of your life and start applying these laws consciously? Imagine transforming your challenges into opportunities, attracting the experiences you truly desire, and understanding that nothing in your life happens by chance. The power is in your hands. The real question is, will you act or let this knowledge fade away? The choice is yours, and the time to begin is now. If this content about the chosen ones resonated with you and you want to dive deeper, stick around. On the final screen, there's another incredible video waiting to expand your perspective even further. Don't miss this opportunity. And, of course, feel free to share your experiences in the comments. We're eager to hear your thoughts. Together, we can build a strong community, full of enriching discussions and exchanges. Thank you so much for walking with us on this journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all future content. Your presence makes all the difference as we continue to grow and evolve together.